achieve the maximum results in Northern Virginia?
Education is critical to our future, and it's a subject that I know quite a bit about because I have been working in my private capacity to provide educational opportunities for over 2 decades. Our economic competitiveness, the success of our children depends on high-quality education. We do need to educate our workforce for 21st century jobs. And we have great opportunities to do that in our community college systems. I think we have that infrastructure built out. We need to maximize the use of it. Right here in Virginia, we have 37,000 unfilled technology jobs. In the short run, we need to increase the amount of high-skilled visas available to companies to be able to fill those jobs. But in the long run, we need to re-educate our American workforce to fill those jobs. I will work hard to provide funding for education. My opponent, however, has cut public school education funding, both in the House of Representatives and in the Congress. In the House, she cut $620 million from the public school budget, and in the Congress, she voted for an $800 million cuts. She actually voted against an amendment that would provide STEM grants for women, minorities, and low-income students. That's the kind of thing we simply cannot do if we're going to move forward into the 21st century.
Thank you. Congresswoman Comstock, 90 seconds.
Well, actually, I'm the only one on this stage that has been very involved in Virginia public schools and Virginia public universities. I come from a family of educators. My husband is in the Fairfax system. My mom's here today, a teacher and a librarian. I've already worked with state and local officials. Many of my colleagues here, Pat Harity, Stu Mendelson, who is a school board member, Tom Rust, who chaired subcommittees on education. So I have those working relationships on education. On tech jobs, we've already passed STEM education bill. It was part of our education reform. We had a major education reform bill when we were in Richmond and I was a delegate. Also, that Tom and I and others in Richmond stopped the $120 million in cuts in 2010. One of the first things I dealt with when I became a delegate, we had a bipartisan coalition to stop that. I know my opponent was not here working with us on those issues, but what she's talking about is would have sent more money downstate while we were going to have increased taxes, right, Tom? So we fought that. We fought it together. We've restored that $120 million. And I'm the one with relationships with George Mason. Angel Cabrera just came and testified on research and technology in my bill on lowering the regulations on our researchers so they can really research. I have a STEM bill for young women to make. I did it myself on a bipartisan basis. Already has passed the House and is now out of a Senate committee.
Thank you.